Hello and welcome, one and all, to Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. My name is the Dark One, and I will be your host this evening. Now, some of you may be asking, Addy, what the hell is this? You're playing a game about rubber ducks? Or I guess plastic ducks? I don't know why they call them that. And honestly, this is hardly a game, which you will see when we get into it. But I have my reasons. Alright. Jeez, they added a lot of new ones, but still only have this one. Yeah. Alright. Oh, he keeps the names I gave him. Alright. Hello, Jimmy. And this is the game. I mean, it's not the entire game. Over in the top right corner is a little duck meter that'll refill, or I guess just fill, as time goes on. I think generally every like 1 to 5 minutes or so, it'll fill up and a new duck will spawn. And we just sort of watch them float around in this pool. Let me see if I can make it look maybe a little nicer. Okay, that's like kind of lagging now. Duck. What will he do? Why does it make it look like I can click on the radio? Nothing's happening when I click on it. But yeah, it's a pretty relaxing game. Just focused around watching rubber ducks as they float around in a pool. We're about to get a new one. Oh, it's Copycat, the chameleon duck. If he touches a duck, he copies their pattern. I thought this was one of the others, but So I guess I should explain, why am I playing a game where you just watch rubber ducks? Well, beyond the fact that this is in fact peak gaming, and I will not be accepting any arguments on that fact, I figured this would be a good game to just have on in the background while I think about, or while I talk about what I'm wanting to do with the channel going forward. We just finished our first ever full series on the channel in Frick Bears 3, which admittedly I might still go back to once Update 2 comes around. But I want to try and expand on ideas and see what you guys think of them. Looking for feedback here. Or I suppose you could say, feed quack. So, I have a few ideas for series I want to do. Obviously, I'm going to continue through with Horror Veil and Yokai Watch. Likely not going to continue with the other two series I had going on this channel, being Inscription, which honestly just kind of falls off after the first act. It's not bad the rest of the way through, but honestly, it's like at that point, I don't know, there's not as much interesting, I feel. Oh. Jimmy, where you going? Whoa! This is a bizarre pool structure I've got going on here. Like, that makes no sense outside of for the ducks. Or in the laws of physics. Jimmy wants to go back in. No, it's one way, Jimmy. You can't go back in that way. Oh, it's Pigpen, the duck made of dirt. It's a golf ball in the pool.
And at Arlington, Virginia, here's one 600 feet high. Radio waves over ocean waves.
I'm coming right back to my place.
Tonight, we are to welcome a man who, although no giant, has nevertheless made a huge impression in his chosen field.
What?
Started out a dream, living in the virtual stream. Rubber ducks floating, delight of the dev team, chilling my digital realm.
I'm sorry, is that like the YouTuber Jmoji? Did he make a song about this game? I swear, if this game somehow gets me like copyright claimed, I'm gonna be so pissed. Anyways, I guess with him still singing in the background, back to what I was saying. Inscription, probably not going to finish. Neither is Undertale Yellow. I did end up just unlisting that one, admittedly, because I felt weird having a single episode of that. I've got footage for, like, an additional episode of Inscription, but like, Horrorvale 3 DX, it's just really old, and I don't want to really use it. I'm holding on to it in case maybe I'm wrong about that, and it's not as terrible. Somehow I doubt that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a reason I never got around to uploading and editing it. As for Undertale Yellow, well, that's going to be even worse because that's a video I filmed with my old mic, but I only filmed, like, the intro portion of it. Basically, at the very end of that video, I, like, cut it off with a scene of, like, Clover first entering, Snowden. In which case, because of where the next save point was, I couldn't just quit recording there. I had to, like, find the next save point, and there's, like, dialogue with Flowey, so I've had to hold on to the footage from that first video for when I eventually made the next one, which never came to be. Anyways, new duck! Red. How do I, like... Here we go. Got a red... Oh, this is spoilers. Editor, you're gonna have to, like, block all of these, I think. Because for whatever reason, it just continues to keep track of this. I started a new game specifically to not spoil all this. We're gonna call this Redbird. We're gonna call them Ruby. I don't remember there being multiple tracks when this game first came out. I swore it was just the one. But yeah, so don't get your hopes up for more Undertale Yellow or Inscription. I may revisit them at some point, but honestly, my heart's just not in it anymore. They did recently update Undertale Yellow, I saw. They had to replace a bunch of sprites because I guess something happened with one of the team members. I don't know. Outside of old series, there are a few new ones that I want to start at some point. For one, there are just a few more games I have on my list that I would... Sorry, I got very distracted when my camera clipped into that thing. But I want to eventually do a video series over a few other games. I have on my list stuff like Pizza Tower. I've got, what is it? Balan Wonderworld, which I'm hoping will at least be so bad it's good. I was so disappointed when that game came out and was terrible. I was really looking forward to it, and I'm not gonna lie. Might do some, like, Pokemon ROM hack stuff. One series that I'm interested in doing, that's a bit more of an ambitious one, is an idea that is technically taken from Mr. Jacob Alfarad. He used to do a series called the CPU CS, which was a Smash Ultimate series in which he had a bunch of why is it doing that? In which he had a bunch of level 9 CPUs in the game's built-in tournament bracket system. I keep getting distracted by the music. So he had a bunch of level 9 CPUs that he'd put into a tournament to watch fight and commentate over it. Because despite the fact they're just CPUs, they sometimes pulled out pretty interesting moves, and there was entertainment to be found. Oh hey, new duck. Pokey, the cactus print duck. So I've been wanting to do something similar to that. He stopped doing them ages ago, as well as all Smash content. And one idea I had for the longest time after seeing that was, I think it'd be cool to do this, but using Rivals of Aether with its workshop characters. Of course, he has since made a video over just that, but he didn't do a full series out of it. And I want to do a full series out of it, featuring both characters I like, both from workshop and outside of it, and build a whole storyline out of it, like the second season of CPU CS did. With custom sprites and everything I want to do for cutscenes between the fights, as though these characters are actually characters entering a tournament rather than just fighters in a fighting game. It would have the cutscenes would be similar to those from Blaze Blue's story mode, if you've ever played those, where it's just a few different graphics of the characters in varying emotions with text boxes that I would voice over. I tried recording it at one point, but unfortunately the characters I had chosen for it, specifically the first round I started recording for it, was a Bowsette versus Vivian from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Unfortunately, that Vivian character, for as much as I think it was a well-made mod, the computers don't seem to understand how her down special worked. Oh hey, Copycat activated his effect. And so her down special is she enters into the ground and will pop back up when you use down special again. She's hiding using her ability that she has in the game. Unfortunately, the computers don't know to press it again soon after the first time, so Vivian would just get stuck in the ground constantly, and would only come back out when Bowsette eventually managed to hit her out of it, and it just wasn't very much a good fight. Which sucked, because I really wanted to use Vivian for it. I thought that was cool. We use the two kind of trans Mario characters and have them fight for the first round, but yeah. I tried that ages ago. If I was to start it again, likely would need to do more testing on the fighters before I start recording, just to make sure that the CPUs actually know how to use them. But if that idea appeals to you guys, I would be open to suggestions for some of the... If there's any Rivals Workshop characters you like. You know, I feel like I should stop being surprised by this after a while, but it keeps catching me so off guard. Oh, new duck, Plasma. Wow. But yeah, any suggestions you guys have for characters that I could use in that, I would be open to trying to include them. Make sure you specify who made the mod too, because if you just say, oh, I want Mario to be in the series, there's a bajillion Marios on there. I want to know which Mario. Another thing I want to try and start doing on this channel are comic dubs. I don't really have many comics that I'd want to do for it so far. I would need to look into some good ones. But I feel like I would like to try and do more voice acting work, and doing comic dubs on here feels like it'd be a pretty good way of doing so. Is it snowing? What's that? There's just a little island out there. something on it. Weird. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have any, like, specific ideas either for, like, which series I'd want to do dubs for. Like, there are so many things I'm interested in that trying to, like, narrow it down, just to even find good comics to ask people about dubbing feels difficult. There are a number of other games I'd like to try and play on the channel, but the issue is, I feel like if I just keep trying to start new series, I'm never going to finish the old ones, and that's why I still haven't gone back to finish, like, doing more recordings for Inscription or Undertale Yellow, because honestly, I just kept getting new ideas for series I wanted to do. Started with just... Oh, It's Dis, the metal duck. I can barely even see his eyes. But I feel like it's because I keep starting new series before seeing the other ones through to the end that I end up just abandoning certain ones. Like, it's been ages since I recorded a Yokai Watch video. I did, like, 3 of them in a batch, and then haven't touched it since. And, you know, maybe that's partially my fault. I keep picking, like, RPGs to be doing, and those games are... That genre is notoriously full of very long games. Ultimately, the issue is I'm just not getting videos out fast enough. There are certain videos where it's like, even if I did finish my Yokai Watch series, which I feel like is probably, of the ones I'm currently doing, the closest to being finished, I'd probably just want to follow it up by doing Yokai Watch 2. And I just don't really have the motivation to try and go back and do Undertale Yellow or Inscription again. Because that means going back and finishing editing on videos that feature my old mic.
When kids are hungry, it's always Maggie. So fast to cook.
Is that like a toy commercial?
Un brevissimo flash meteorologico iniziando dalle temperature di oggi. Le temperature
Didn't get any new ducks while I was distracted, did we?
La sensibile diminuzione
No,
sul
it's
nord
just...
Italia con valori di primato del freddo. Meno 14 osservati.
Copycats decided to copy Pigpen. One of the bigger challenges I think I face when it comes to making these videos, the recording part isn't so bad. It's just finding motivation to start editing and doing thumbnails. And, like, sure, the Horror Veil series has really easy thumbnails to do, because I started that as my first series, and I'm keeping consistent by just reusing game artwork. Sparks. This little pink electric duck. But then for, like, new series, I've now set up this expectation ever since Inscription. And Yokai Watch and Frick Bears 3, they all feature fully hand-drawn thumbnails, as will this video, probably. And that's difficult, despite the fact that, like, more often than not, they mostly focus on, like, a character I already draw a ton. Like, Addie, my Sona, for most videos, and then changing it out for Dave for the Frick Bears videos, who I had to draw a lot just to make the mod featured in them. As well as just being a pretty simple character to draw, being made of a lot of basic blocky shapes. Hey, Jimmy. Ah! Like, backgrounds especially are difficult for me to draw. Oh! A bunch of wild ducks have entered the fray. Oh, bye, Pokey. Sparks wishes to join you. Jimmy, it's your people. That one's sort of trailing behind. How big are those ducks? Are those ducks, like... Those are some pretty big ducks, I think, because they're far away. Oh. There's another spot where I can watch ducks. I guess this is really more for watching the ocean. You know, I can look over, see the little side pool. But honestly, that's sometimes the most time-consuming part of the videos. Because it's like, alright, generally with videos, I record for about an hour or two. Depends on, like, when I find a good stopping point and how long I've been recording for. Generally, like, an hour and a half are around how long my videos are. So let's start with that. Like, an hour and a half to record the video. Then when I'm editing, it'll probably take longer than that, because I'm rewatching through the entire video and pausing and replaying parts. So it wouldn't be a stretch to say that an hour and a half video takes 2 hours to fully edit. After which point I then need to do a thumbnail, which realistically only will take me, like, cumulatively an hour to draw. But that's assuming that you're only counting when I am actively working on it. Because see, that's not really how it works. I don't just go from recording the video to instantly editing it. I tend to, like, wait a little bit unless it's, like, I don't know. There's some exceptions where I've made, like, shorter videos to showcase another Frick Bears mod I've been working on for a friend. Oh, hello. Like a little black and gold marble duck. It's like that one Japanese thing where it's like you repair cracked stuff with gold, I think. That's probably not how you spell it, but I don't particularly care in this moment. I don't like the noises the radio makes sometimes in this game. I miss when it was just that one song. Turn it back to the other song. I suppose that... Why is there a Spyro character? Oh, there we go. I've completely lost my train of thought. Right, like I said, I don't work on videos, like, all at once. If I did, I could probably start doing some of these videos, like, once every 2 or 3 days. The issue is, I end up, after the recording process, which I managed to do pretty easily, with the exception of, like, the Frick Bears videos where I had to stop for, like, a day after getting frustrated, I'm able to knock out the recording of something, generally in a single day. But then I don't go and record it right away. Or edit it right away. I might start editing it, but then editing it tends to be like a multiple day process. Where I will work on like maybe 20 or 30 minutes worth of the video's editing and then call it a night. Because I do all of my stuff at night, basically. I don't start these videos off with good evening for no reason. Generally, it is, like, nighttime when I'm working on this. And so I'll be up to, like, odd hours in the night, and even, like, very early morning sometimes, when I'm, like, wrapping up the editing and uploading it. And then uploading it also takes time. Because the issue is, it's not as simple as just hitting upload and calling it a night. I gotta, like, sit there and ensure it continues to upload, because it'll take, like, longer than the video lasts to fully upload it. Like an hour and a half video, again, will probably take like 2.5 hours to fully upload. Might even take longer than that, so I need to just stay up while I wait for it to finish uploading, or else it'll mess up, and if it's part of a playlist, it'll create like a ghost video in the playlist, which just kind of irks me. Well, what? What? Whoa. It's a gamer mouse duck. Alright, well, I know what to name you. But so in the time it takes to like finish editing, often I won't have even started on the thumbnail yet. I might have an idea for it, but honestly, even just starting the sketch for it can be difficult. And some of these thumbnails get pretty complicated. Like, especially the Yokai Watch ones lately. I guess to just give a bit of a peek behind the screen here, the next thumbnail I have in mind heavily features a character I have never drawn before in SB Snaggerjag. And I'm planning on having it because he's the boss of the chapter I'll be covering next Yokai Watch video, which I haven't recorded yet, so maybe I won't even fight him. Who knows? Kind of doubt that I won't get to it, though, because it's a very short chapter. So I plan on sort of continuing the pattern of having the boss be featured in the thumbnail in some way, shape, or form by having a scene of him fishing up Addy, Wallkappa, and some, like, second yokai out of the catfish pond. But, like, that's a complicated thing to ask, honestly. Like, I've never drawn Snaggerjack before. I've drawn Wallkappa, like, once, maybe ages ago. And I don't even know what the second yokai would end up drawing in it is. Probably some yokai I haven't gotten yet, because, again, I haven't started recording this video yet before I've had to start planning what I want to do for the thumbnail. But, like, in addition to being at least one character I have never drawn before who has a pretty complicated design, it's also a pretty dynamic pose. I'm having him, like, fishing out Addy from the lake with, like, two yokai clinging to him or something. And I've got to do it on a background I've never really tried to draw before, being the, like, catfish pond where you fight him. Oh. Ooh, that's pretty. It's also causing my game to kind of lag. My computer can't really handle this game. Why is Copycat back to normal now? He's decided to show his true colors again. His eyes aren't even, like, properly centered. Maybe he'll... Yep, now he's Ruby. Oh, Timmy! Little propeller cap duck. Oh, there he goes! Fly, my son, fly! No, wait. Timmy, be careful! Okay. Propeller duck has a habit of, getting himself lost, basically. There's, like, a few ducks here who have special abilities, and he's one of them. Where occasionally his little propeller will start spinning and he'll fly off. But, it can cause him to fly out of the pool, like he's about to do right now. Timmy! Timmy! And now he's just kind of stuck out here. Until he starts flying again. In which case, he can eventually get himself clipped out of the map. If he, like, goes into the ocean, he'll just fly away and we'll never see from him again.
January 10th, 1992. A container ship traveled...
Oh, it's Boner, the skeleton duck. The side pond looks really nice at night. I can understand why all the cool ducks are hanging out here, like RGB and Wabi Sabi. And Jimmy, the OG, he's the one we started this all with. You know, I really thought I would have taken up more time by now. But I've only been recording for half an hour. Not even all of it is, like, usable footage. Most of it's just me silently watching the ducks while I'm trying to think of what to say next. Thought I would have had more to say when I set out to make this video. Music is nice. I don't know what this song is or even what genre it is, but I like it. Is that a new duck falling in? Oh, Timmy went back in the pond. Cool. Welcome back, Timmy. You know, what ultimately led to me even getting this game, despite the fact it's got, you know, no gameplay, I actually do quite enjoy rubber ducks. Don't have really many of them. I have like one or two only, unfortunately. I used to like collecting them as a kid, but then I just kind of stopped. Timmy. Careful, Timmy! You're getting close to the edge there, my boy! Oh, now Timmy's going to the side pond, which is actually kind of a bad thing. Because that means he's going to be extra close to the, well, to escaping. We don't want to say goodbye to you yet, Timmy. Timmy, you're gonna fall in the grass. Well, I guess he's stuck in there now. Yeah, ever since I was a kid. It started with this game on the PS3 that I got ages ago called Super Rub-a-Dub, which is this, like, duck-based little platforming game. Not platforming. It's like a puzzle game where you control the ducks by tilting your controller to, like, tilt ponds and push them down through water. And I really liked that game. Wasn't particularly good at it, I don't think, but played a lot as a kid. And it got me to really start enjoying rubber ducks. There is a simple beauty to these things. Especially with all the stuff you can do with them. Like, this game already shows all the crazy sort of designs rubber ducks can have. Oh, that's what that sounded like. I think we got a new duck. Oh, a new duck. Oh, it's Submarine Duck. He's another one of the ducks that can move. That little propeller on his back will... Yep. I think this does also make him liable to get stuck, like Timmy can. Oh, and he dives under the water. We need to give him a name now. I think that might be Namor. I don't remember. I don't really care. Look at him go! He's trying his best, okay? You know, normally when you play this game, if you play it for long enough, this little flamingo floaty will end up getting like slightly nudged closer and closer towards the edge until eventually it just ends up in the pool. But it seems like it might not be doing this right now. Getting back to like video ideas and all the various games that I'm planning on trying to play on this channel. Another issue I struggle with is just lack of space on my computer for games. My computer is old, and nowadays it's like I'm doing this stuff off of a laptop. While it's sure a plenty impressive laptop, the fact remains it's still just a laptop. It's doing its best, but I mean, even seeing with this game about rubber ducks, it gets pushed a bit to its graphical limits with this on, like, medium mode. Oh! Timmy has had children. Or Jimmy has had children. And now Copycat is one of them. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of space for games. So, like, any game that's just too big to fit on my computer, but that's, like, anything that's, like, 30 gigabytes or bigger, I just cannot fit onto my computer. Especially if I need to have, like, space saved for, recording itself. I think we got a new duck now. Oh, Melanie. The, watermelon duck. Yeah, so bigger games are just a no-show to be able to play on the channel. I've been looking into trying to find ways to, like, record off of my Switch, which would allow me to play both more games that I just don't have access to on PC, while also, you know, letting me play some of those bigger games that I can't fit onto my laptop itself. But I don't really know how I'd go about doing that. I'd need some form of, like, adapter to put the footage on, to, like, record off, put it onto my computer and record off of that. But I don't really know what that entails. For now, I'm stuck playing, like, smaller games. One game that I do have plans on trying to play at some point soon is either the Day Shift at Freddy's series, which is where Dave from my Frick Bears 3 playthrough comes from, or the sort of spiritual successor made it by the same creator, Dial Town, the phone head dating sim. Because those games are really funny. Hold on, I need to get away from radio, it's very loud. Those games are very funny, and I would love a chance to revisit them. I still haven't beaten Dial Town. I finished, like, one route of it, which, like, forever altered my taste in men, but, you know... It's not the whole game. I've, like, seen half of one of the other characters' romance routes. And it was still only even, like, one route that I could take with that character. Is Timmy lost? I think Timmy might have gotten himself ejected from the map. Hold on. This sparks Wabi Sabi RPG. Ruby, Pokey, Plasma. Yep, Timmy's gone. Another game that I would like to try is this game's sequel, Placid Plastic Deck Simulator, which takes the weird ducks featured in this game and puts them into a deck building game akin to Inscription. Which, yeah, I'm gonna play a game that's like, why are the children all by themselves? Timmy, you abandoned your kids up in the top pool. Oh, new duck. Rainbow duck. What, did you think I was gonna call it gay? There's no pink in the rainbow for the flag. This is clearly a reference to a bad case of the stripes. Hey, Plasma. Pool's already getting crowded, and there's still so many more ducks you can get. Plane just flying by. I've been stuck here thinking of what else to talk about for so long. I'm literally just going back to things I already said, because it's like, well, that's one of the things I started making this video to talk about. And now we've got two boners. Great. Going back to hang out in the side pool. RGB has not left the side pool. I don't think Wabi Sabi has either. No, that's not... No, that was Plasma. I think RGB is, like, went straight... No, yeah, they were dropped in the side pool by the UFO, and they just have not left since. The other ducks merely adopted the side pool. I was born in it, molded by it. Hi, Jimmy. Man, the shading is, interesting, to say the least. Again, it's probably because I'm on, like, medium graphics, but, like, why can I count the pixels? Not even pixels, but, like, it's very clearly a grid shading, and you can so obviously tell. Which is just amusing considering how high graphics everything else in this game is. Okay, we're about to get another duck, so let's go. These stripes went in and out the side pool very quickly. It's like they went down, checked out what was going on, and then they're already gone. Alright, what's the new duck gonna be? Bring him down. It's Sailor, the pink duck that says duck you. The children yearn to see their parent again. I think they might be getting close now, actually. Jimmy, your kids miss you. I don't think they can go down. I think that must be how they got separated in the first place, was that Jimmy ended up getting close enough to the slide to go down into the side pool, but the small ducks can't go in the side pool. Part of me feels like I should try to devote more future content towards Five Nights at Freddy's, because that's kind of what I've been getting most attention on, is Frick Bears. But I'll be honest, I'm not that big of, like, a Five Nights at Freddy's game fan. I like the story, I like some of the games, but in terms of, like, actual gameplay, I don't much care for the whole most entries in the franchise. Frick Bears 3 does enough interesting to keep me invested in it, but, like, the mainline series, the actual real Five Nights at Freddy's games, the only one I really like all that much is FNAF World. And yes, I am excited about the sequel that just got announced to that. I'm cautiously optimistic, because I do feel like there's a good chance they maybe mess it up. But, you know, I'm not going to assume the worst right out the gate. They apparently did pretty good Into the Pit. Not that I would know, I did not play it. But yeah, so doing FNAF content just doesn't seem really like what I'm interested in doing. Oh, it's moving. The flamingo's getting close now. What even causes it to move? Children watch as that behemoth of a not-quite duck gets closer and closer to joining the pool themselves. But yeah, so FNAF content as a whole doesn't really appeal to me. If I did another FNAF series, it would be either Day Shift at Freddy's or FNAF World, which I would probably do refreshed because, let's be real, it's just the superior version of the game. But I don't think I would do any other, like, mainline FNAF titles, nor any of the other, like, fan games that copy the usual playstyle, unless there's just something about it that really appeals to me. Besides, I don't think I'd want to get too caught up in doing only one type of game anyways. Yes, FNAF might be what got me some attention in the first place, but honestly, it could have easily just been Frick Bears 3 being popular and relevant. Because it's like the new big fan game in the fandom. So there's a good chance I would start playing, like, I don't know, Pop Goes or one of the actual FNAF games, and it wouldn't get nearly as much attention. Not that I'm particularly interested in trying to pursue that content anyways, beyond just the fact that I'm not that big a fan of the games. Because, as I found in Frick Bears 3, it's very difficult to commentate while you're trying to focus on everything happening all at once. Any game that relies heavily on audio cues, or just a game that requires your intense focus, it's not really easy to commentate over that, which makes me question why am I even, like, you know, making a video over this, other than to just justify me making it. The Dave videos were partially just because I wanted to, you know, make or show off the mod I was working on. So I wouldn't really be able to do that with other videos. Also, here's Posy, the positive duck. I think there's also a second one that's a negative duck. So I wouldn't really be able to do much with that. Because it's like, I dislike looking back over videos and just seeing long gaps of me not talking. Because it just makes me question, what am I even doing with this? Should I cut this portion out, or is there too much for me to justify getting rid of all the footage? Oh. Gamer Duck has been dropped in. Gamer. I dislike doing videos that I can't really commentate on, because it feels like I am in the middle of something giant boat over there. Keep getting my train of thought interrupted by random distractions this game keeps throwing at me. But I dislike doing videos that just feature me silently playing a game. Because at that point, are you... like, what am I even adding to this? I'm just like a walkthrough at that point. But I don't like cutting out too much of my silence, because then it's like there's not much footage left. Like, if I took out every moment where I didn't say anything in a lot of games... oh no, Copycat caught the stripes! Then I would have... it would go from like an hour and a half of footage to maybe like 15 to 30 minutes, I feel like. Especially in Frick Bears, because there's like several moments during just like the night-based gameplay where, yeah, there'd be a decent amount of footage left, but none of the actual gameplay, because I'm just quiet during that part. You'd get like the salvage portions and my voicing over of the cutscenes. And you don't watch a video, well, I guess some people do, but you don't watch a Let's Play for that. You want to see them play the game. Ultimately, though, even with the struggles that I feel I'm facing as a creator, I want to try and make a big push towards doing this more. Dedicating more of my time to, like, making and uploading videos. Try to get some of my series actually finished outside of Frick Bears. I don't know how... why can I see through him a little bit? Weird. Can I do that on the other ducks, or is it just him? I think it must be something either about his texture or, like, his effect of changing design to resemble a different duck. But I want to try and push more towards really making more regular content rather than, like, one video every month or so. I was able to get a decent amount of, like, swiftness in my posts for Frick Bears. But if I can get, like, a few uploads a week, that would be ideal. Because I've definitely got the time for it. Because my, like, actual job has been really slowing down lately. I haven't been getting a lot of work. And if I can, like, really make a push to try and possibly monetize this, especially because YouTube is apparently going to be changing the requirements it takes to become part of the partnership program in February. So if I really want to try and make something of a career out of YouTube, which I would like to do, then I've got to, like, get that started and done yesterday. Because currently I don't have nearly enough to qualify for that. I've got less than 100 subs, and I've got barely any... Oh, interesting. Copycat can't copy the headphones. So he just copies the shirt. I think a new duck dropped. Memento Mori, the sort of weird black and white stripy duck. Named him after Unus Annus. You know, I never watched Unus Annus. I kind of regretted not looking at it, but the issue was, it's like, I wasn't able to keep up as they were making videos for it. It didn't appeal to me initially, and then it's like there's too much I don't want to be able to try and catch up. And after a certain point, it's like there's not enough time to watch everything, so why bother? But yeah, so I'm gonna try and make a push to really prioritize making videos as much as I can. I'm gonna try and finish Yokai Watch first. Maybe starting another third series to like mix up, just so I'm not... I really don't like that voice. And that's like really getting close to the edge. But so I really want to push to try and get like regular viewers, regular uploads. Try to get enough of an actual audience to where I can maybe stand a chance to make the requirements for the YouTube partnership program before the changes go through, and I will for sure have no chance of monetizing this. Because especially if I could monetize it, then I could probably speed up the process by hiring an editor. Having someone who's like probably better at editing than I am, and would be able to dedicate their time fully to editing this, so then all I've got to do is like record and do the thumbnail and stuff for it. Why didn't Copycat change to Memento Mori? Touched him. Was it because he was still touching Jimmy, so that overacted it? Or overpowered it or something? I don't know. Touch Plasma. I want to see what that looks like. No, Copycat. No, don't do it. Don't touch Sailor. No! No! Yeah, kids, stay away from that thing. If that thing falls on top of one of you, you're gonna be stuck inside of it forever. But yeah. So I'm probably gonna try and start this third series new thing on my channel, which won't be this, by the way. Placid Plastic Duck, assuming it's not like a one-off video, will only really be used for videos like these. Just like videos that we're not really trying to focus on the game here. You're talking, I'm talking, you're listening to me talk about random stuff you may or may not even care about. Like, it might be a good game for like any Q&A videos, just so there's something visually going on. But I don't think I would consider Plastic Duck a series. So I'm probably going to try and do one more episode of both Yokai Watch and Horror Veil, then start a first episode for a third series. Like, in addition to the other games I've mentioned, there are plenty of others that I'd like to do series over and would not mind making be the, like, first... Oh, a new duck. Wallace the Cheese Duck. But yeah, even among the, like, games I've listed, there's more still I'd be willing to do series over. Wouldn't mind doing a Bug Snack series, maybe, I could maybe do, some other, like, 3D platform collectathon games, like A Hat in Time, with all the crazy mods I have installed for that game. One I'd like to do is Demon Tides, the sequel to Demon Turf, which why am I suddenly over here? Because that game, I played the, like, beta test of it, and intended to do a video over it, but then I got done with it, and I checked the recording, and the, like, audio had been messing up throughout the whole thing. So I wasn't able to really turn that into a video, because the audio quality just irritated me too much. I didn't think it was worth doing. So I need to, like... But it was fun, what little I played of it. It's made by, Fabris, I think their names are, and they made, not only games like, Demon Turf, the predecessor to that game, but also they were in charge of Bubsy 4D. So they know what it takes to make, like, a good 3D platformer collectathon. And I'd like to do a video over that game at some point. Try to, like, actually do something out of it. I'm not sure if I should do Demon Turf first, I might, just because I also already own that game. Never got around to getting Demon Tides after the beta. Ultimately, a lot of stuff for the future of this channel is still a bit undecided. Maybe at some point I'll do another Placid Plastic Duck Simulator video to sort of get more ideas and better figure out what I want to do going forward. But for now, I think we're probably going to call it here. Let's get one more duck, actually. We'll get one more duck, and then if it's a new one, we'll name it, and if not, we'll just establish what its name is, and then we'll call it there. Oh, it's Pan Pan, the panda duck. Gotten like all the black and white ducks already. We got the skeleton, we got the crazy stripes, we got a Dis, and we got the panda. I think we're gonna call it here now. Spent a good hour or so talking while watching the ducks. And I would like any input you guys have on what you want to see going forward. If any of the games I listed sound appealing, or maybe there's some other games you want me to try. I'm down to try most creature collectors. So if you've got any good creature collecting RPGs, I'm not doing Power. Not only is that too much space to take up on my computer, I also just played that game and found it boring. So I'm not doing that one. But others, any other good ones? Cassette Beast is pretty good. With all that being said, thanks for watching this kind of weird, unconventional video. We may return to Placid Plastic Duck again in the future if we need another video like this. But for now, I've been a Dark One, and I'd like to thank you all so much for watching.